Why do you feel a deep, comforting connection to a colorful decade you never actually lived through? Psychologists actually have a name for this. It is called anemoia, a specific condition where you experience a genuine, often intense longing for a time period you have absolutely no memory of. Right now, this condition is manifesting as retromania. Look at Gen Z and millennial culture. Our music, our fashion, and our media are saturated with the physical, analog artifacts of an era that ended decades ago. Entire demographics are submerging themselves in the specific aesthetics of the 1980s, the 1990s, and early 2000s. We are actively trying to live inside an era that is dead. This constant loop of retro pop culture operates as a subconscious defense mechanism. When the human brain encounters an external threat it cannot process or defeat, it automatically builds a wall. It shields itself to survive. Which raises a rather disturbing question. What exact modern trauma is an entire generation collectively running away from? Our retreat into the past appears to be directly proportional to our growing fear of the present. The modern environment is relentlessly unstable. We are caught in a daily cycle of rapid technological shifts, persistent economic burnout, and an endless scrolling feed of global crises. A continuous baseline of anxiety inhibits the prefrontal cortex from projecting a clear, hopeful vision of what comes next. This chart tracks our psychological collapse. As optimism plummets, it leaves a massive void where our future used to be. Because the brain cannot operate under constant threat, it pulls an artificial safe zone forward to plug the gap. Because looking forward offers zero safety, the mind involuntarily retreats backward to find psychological shelter. Here is the paradox. The actual decades we are idealizing were deeply unstable. This was the stark reality of the Cold War, a period defined by the constant, lingering threat of global nuclear annihilation. Domestically, that global tension was matched by manic economic anxiety. Corporate culture in the 1980s was driven by a frenzied, chaotic desperation to survive. To survive the cognitive dissonance, we perform a mental edit. We create a stylized past by actively deleting the historical horrors and saving only the comforting pop culture. What remains is a sanitized park. We isolate the blockbuster movies, the bright neon colors, and the simple electronics, extracting pure, safe vibes from the history that generated them. So what happens to a society that permanently unplugs from the present? If you want to explore the weird psychology driving modern culture, hit subscribe and like. Anemoia is a perfect coping mechanism because it relies on a complete fiction. The retro shelter only keeps us safe because it never actually existed. Living inside a museum comes with a severe penalty. If we only consume recycled media, we paralyze our ability to generate original culture. Every ounce of energy spent building and maintaining a retro fallout shelter is energy diverted away from solving the actual crises making our present unstable. By refusing to engage with the modern world, we ensure that the bleak future we are so terrified of will inevitably arrive. It is a completely rational human reaction to feel overwhelmed right now. Craving the simplicity of a 1990s summer or the glow of an arcade is understandable. Utilizing those aesthetics as a temporary psychological retreat gives your mind the space it needs to process stress and recover. But a shelter is designed for survival. It is not a place you can live permanently. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe and like for more deep dives into the dark psychology shaping our world. Because if we want to actually build a future worth living in, eventually we have to turn the nostalgia off and face reality.